Hey, welcome back to our channel. My name is Mitch, and I am excited to talk about the invisible layers of glue that exist at your organization. I have 3 bottles of glue here. These are all symbolic of different things that you could be using in your business, but a lot of times we see they're not being used well. And so I'm gonna go through each one and help you understand what it is, why it matters, and how to get started. All right, we all know the typical business makeup is with different departments, with each their own leaders and budgets and goals. And you can think of things like project management or finance or marketing, leadership, or human resources. That's a common one. The thing that I want to talk to you about today is how businesses are normally set up and what's missing. So they have a current state and they have goals, right? And each one of these is stretching across, is trying to go from its current state and achieve its goals. And so each one is working in their little silos, and they can do this, and it's totally fine, and it works. I'm not gonna say this is not a way to make business work. You can make a lot of money doing this. However, there's an issue when businesses grow and they start to expand kind of beyond what their systems can handle. Their goals become loftier and loftier. This gap starts to widen. Slowly, one by one, the departments start falling and they start not being able to hit their goals. One tempting thing might be to say, let's shore this up. Let's make it longer. Like in my little demo here, let's make it more robust and add more resources to it. And we can make it span these gaps. And that might be a way to get by again. But my challenge to you is there is a different way to think about this. What if these goals were big, really big, and you could figure out some way to connect all your departments together to bridge to the other side of the goals and make them work together instead of working individually? Where do we even start? What should I use to keep these together? Well, my suggestion for you is to use one of our invisible glues. These are things that exist already at your organization, but they're unique because they probably don't have someone in charge of them. They probably don't have a budget assigned to them, but they are very important. Yeah, the first one is communications. Communications is one of the more common glues that we see existing, where teams have a communication team that is in charge of sharing news or different things happening in the organization. But some people don't have them. And so I would say this is one of the first glues that you should add to your organization. So when you think of communications, is your team actually working together? Like, do they know what's going on in the organization? Do they exist in the same universe, or are they kind of just existing alongside each other in parallel universes? The next one is collaboration. When we talk about collaboration, it's the day-to-day work where everyone can work together alongside each other on these things. So it's a level beyond communication. Can they talk to each other? It's how do they actually work together in their day? So let's add a little bit of collaboration glue. This one's definitely relevant for the project management team. When you are collaborating with folks, does it feel natural? Does it feel like you can work on the same document together, or be in the same space and communicating and working on similar information, or does it feel like pulling teeth? The third invisible glue is business process. This one is big. This is the one where you figured out systems, right? Let's take a look. You can reach pretty far already, right? You can communicate, you can collaborate, and you've kind of figured out ways that can work. So how do you shore that up? How do you make it so that when you have a way of working, you can define it and systematize it and bring other people into it that don't maybe understand all the pieces, but they can play their role in the process? So this is the third invisible glue that we always suggest people focus on at their companies. So now that I have my invisible glue applied everywhere, this spans this gap, no problem. And this is just obviously a concept, right? It's something to get your wheels spinning of how do I make my departments work together instead of being focused in their own little universes by themselves? And that is with these three individual glues. These are what we teach people all the time. The trickiest part of it all is this is titled invisible glue, right? It's hard to see the glue. It's something that is not apparent all the time. You know something is there making this company work really well, but you aren't exactly sure what it is. But it is, in fact, what makes the whole machine run. It makes the fact that these can stretch this broad distance. It cannot do it without them. And so the prompt here is, if you don't focus on them, these things can start to show their cracks and you can't reach as far of goals. All right, I'm going to take us one step further and then I'm going to rewind and talk about how to start this. But when you start to see this glue in action and see how far it can stretch your goals and make your business work well together, you're going to want to start to feed into it and keep using these things. Because as you start to develop these systems and these practices of improving your communication, collaboration, and business processes, suddenly your business is able to support those things because people have a little bit extra capacity to communicate well or systematize something else in the business. But it's hard to conceptualize it until you see the glue out of the bottle. In the bottle, it doesn't do much, right? But actually using it and applying it to your business, suddenly you see what you can do. So why doesn't this happen in the first place? You might have some thoughts. You might have been thinking already about why don't we do this? And the answer seems really obvious, but I have a couple thoughts that I want to share with you. When these layers fail, when we don't use the glue, when departments are left alone, the symptoms can look like a silo problem. Let's talk about a couple examples. So missed deadlines, that can look like a project management problem, right? But underlying what's happening is the glue is failing. You do not have enough business process that is a streamlined system, something that a project manager can just start at the top of the list and knock out and make it happen in a streamlined way. Instead, they're juggling and trying to keep everything on track, and your business process could be way better. All right, another one you might see is employee turnover, right? People are leaving. That might feel like a human resources or a leadership problem, and these departments need to do better, right? But really, employees are leaving, they told me, because they feel out of the loop. They don't feel like communication is done well. They feel like they're disconnected from leadership and don't understand where the company is going, and it doesn't feel like something they can rally around. This is just another instance of something looks like one thing, but really some of this glue might be able to help. And then last one is budget overruns. But that's always finance's fault, right? They're the ones who didn't set a good enough budget in the first place. They're the tightwads who don't want to spend money. But what's really happening is collaboration is killing you, right? When you need to schedule a meeting to make every decision and everybody get together and have small talk and catch up on how their daughter is doing in t-ball. And I might be guilty of that one, but all of a sudden you find yourself with half the time left for the meeting, and then you start talking about what you need to talk about, and then you schedule a follow-up meeting to make the actual decision that you meant to make in this meeting. This is not budget overruns. This is people not collaborating well. Having to be present with each other every single time to be able to make decisions and work together is a huge miss, and it will continue to lead to budget overruns. All right, got a couple recommendations for you if you're sitting here saying, okay, I get it. I want to do some of this, but how do I actually do it? First thing I would recommend you do is to appoint a champion or teams around each one of these layers of glue and say, you are responsible for making sure these things happen at our company. Most of the time, what ends up happening is people lay this under the feet of IT and say, oh, these things involve technology, and so you guys know how to do that. And then those people don't actually know how the business works, and it creates this mess where nothing happens. And so listen to our Champions podcast. I'm going to link it down below, but that's where we talk about this concept of how you can have groups of people leading certain efforts in your organization and pay it the attention that it deserves. Number 2, dedicate budget to them. Do you have money that goes towards business process? This one might feel like a stretch, but as you start to try it and implement these things and your money can go a little bit further and you get some of that elbow room, you might be able to say, this year, we are spending money on improving our business process and streamlining it and stop manually doing things and automate things and build apps to do things. Budget can help in a big way in this world. Again, don't make it an IT only thing because it's associated with technology. Treat it like a business process, something that is essential to your business. And then third, start to develop a culture that is rewarded for investing in these sorts of things. If all you do is firefight all the time and find the next fire and put it out and go back to the next thing without being able to zoom out and figure out what the overarching problems are, you're going to be stuck here. You want to enable your people to think, how did communication go in this last project? Or collaboration, what worked well, what didn't work well? And then business process, what are we going to inevitably do again that we can make easier next time? You need to sow these into your people so that they can, from wherever they are, whatever role they have, start to build these systems and make it so you can use this glue between your departments naturally instead of it feeling like an extra task. I haven't said the word Microsoft once in this video, and that's normally what you come here for. That's what we talk about all the time. I think that goes to say a lot of times people come to us asking about how to use Microsoft tools better. In some ways, we're teaching technically how to use a tool, but more often than not, we're teaching about the people side, about helping people work better together. And that comes down to a lot of these systems that I've been talking about today. We just happen to use the Microsoft tools to do that. And so I feel like if all I do is sit here and teach you technically how to use a tool, you're going to solve that. You're going to put out that fire, right? But I don't want you to just put out the fire. I want you to be able to zoom out and see what's missing. And so that is what my illustration is for today. These things are deep within the Microsoft world. You can use all of the tools to help with these things, and there is a certain way to do it. If you want to kind of dig deeper and learn more about what that foundation is of what you should know about the Microsoft tools and be able to integrate these things into your business, we have a foundations course. I'll link to it right below, but you can get started. And that is the best place that we recommend everybody start when they come to us. So that's all I have for today. I am very interested to know what you think of this. Obviously, it's a more complex conceptual business problem, but is it interesting? Do you have questions? Does this make any light bulbs go off? How can we help you when it comes to building these systems in your business, particularly with the Microsoft tools? Would love to know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.